Hey, it's Will Wofford with Berkshire Hathaway, York Simpson Underwood Realty, and today I'd like to take you on a tour of Cameron Park. Cameron Park's a really neat neighborhood located in between Hillsborough Street and Clark Avenue, so it's close to NC State and close to Cameron Village. So why don't you take a ride with me and let's go check out Cameron Park. Cameron Park is a historical neighborhood in Raleigh that was developed between 1910 and 1935. There are around 308 detached homes in the neighborhood with an 85% owner occupancy. There have been 9 homes sold in the last 12 months for a turnover ratio of 3%. In the last 24 months, there were 18 closed transactions for a turnover ratio, again, of 3%. So this is not the easiest place to actually find and acquire the home of your dreams, but it is a really neat place in Raleigh, and I'm excited to show it to you. So what you'll notice when you start driving through the neighborhood is there's a lot of challenging topography and a lot of green space. And the original designers of the neighborhood just really kind of took advantage of the unique topography, sort of like in Hayes Barton. You'll find a lot of open areas or parks, and if the terrain was steep or challenging, they just kind of left it and didn't try to fill it in, which created natural buffers. So here, when you're driving through this neighborhood, which is right off Hillsborough Street, in a high density area, you feel like you're somewhere else, which really makes this a special place. So if you're interested in exploring this area, Park Drive East and West, as well as Park Drive and Forest Drive, are several streets that will really give you a good feel for the neighborhood. You'll find a wide variety of architectural styles in the neighborhood, including Queen Anne, colonial revivals, mission revivals, large bungalows, eclectic styles, Tudor revivals, as well as cottages, traditional homes, and modern houses. As far as the public schools go, I always recommend that you visit the Wake County Public School website if schools are an important part of your purchasing decision, where you can use their lookup tool to confirm the assigned schools for both the current school year and the following school year simply by putting the property address in. But as of right now, the schools that are currently assigned to this neighborhood are Wiley Elementary, Oberlin Middle, and Broughton High School. Wiley and Broughton are both located pretty much on the edge of the neighborhood. As you drive down Forest Drive, it feels like you're in a park and you're kind of detached from the fact that you're just across the street from NC State in Raleigh and you're in a high density area, but it doesn't feel like that. And that's what makes this area so special. In the last 12 months, there have been 9 resale homes. The properties have ranged from just under 1,000 square feet to just under 4,100 square feet, with a median or typical size of around 3,000 square feet. Prices have ranged from $550,000 to almost $1.4 million, with a median price of $842,500. The homes in the neighborhood were built between 1901 and 2004, with a typical year built of 1925. There is city water, sewer, and gas in the neighborhood, and the typical lot size is 0.22 of an acre. So what's kind of unique about this neighborhood is it has curved linear streets similar to Boylan Heights. And Boylan Heights and Glenwood, Brooklyn were developed around the same time period, but this neighborhood was developed especially for the upper class citizens. The homes were much larger than what you would have found in the other neighborhoods like Boylan Heights and Glenwood, Brooklyn, for example, and they took advantage of the diverse topography, with some houses sitting on top hills while others were built on level ground. So while the topography of the lots varied, the neighborhood has a consistent feel because all the homes are nice and the architecture today is varied such that it still has that feeling of continuity. So it's not necessarily a setback in this neighborhood to have varied topography on your lot because it really helps shape the overall aesthetics of the neighborhood. One of the things you're going to have to really consider if you're thinking about this area is what it will take to bring the house that you want up to your standards. Meaning a lot of these homes will have outdated bathrooms, outdated kitchens, and they may have low ceilings. The basement might not be floored, and it might have a dirt basement or a partial basement where you walk down and you can feel the dirt and it has a musty smell, or you could have mold. So there's a lot of variation here. You're not going to find many garages if you're used to a garage or want a garage, so parking can be tight. If you have a large family with more than 2 cars, say 3 to 5, this might be a challenging area for you because you're going to be limited on space. So renovations can be complex here because there's not a lot of room to park with very little room to get things out. But it's a really neat place, and if you're willing to spend the money or you're willing to take the time, this could be a really good investment or place for you to live for quite some time. One thing's for sure though about the area. You've got lots to do around you, and you're in close proximity to downtown and on top of Hillsborough Street and Cameron Village. So this is a super convenient location that's convenient to everything on this side of town, and you really won't find 2 houses here that are the same. Everything is unique and everything has its own personality. As we ride down Binion and onto Hillcrest, you can see the neighborhood just kind of eases its way right onto Hillsborough Street. And like I said, it's very convenient to Hillsborough Street, and from Hillsborough Street you can literally walk downtown from here. So it's not that far. So as we're riding on Hillsborough Street, you can just see how wide the neighborhood is from where we got on Hillsborough Street to where we turn on Woodburn. pick up Woodburn off Hillsborough Street, and we'll take you to Clark Avenue right off Cameron Village. So you're really just a few minutes walk to Cameron Village from this point. The neighborhood in general is extremely walkable to a wide variety of places with lots of restaurants and shops. And overall, it's a really fun place to just be out in the neighborhood, riding your bike, walking, jogging, or hanging out in the park. Hey, it's Will Wofford with Berkshire Hathaway York Simpson Underwood Realty again. Well, I sure hope you enjoyed my tour of Cameron Park. If you have any questions about this neighborhood or any other neighborhoods in the area, please feel free to reach out to me and I'd be glad to help you. If you like the video, please make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. And thanks so much for watching.